I did suggest to people in the presidential administration that Poroshenko should do a press conference and say publicly that I want to be the first to be lustrated in Ukraine. And that would have been a major breakthrough in Ukraine. It would show that I have nothing to hide. You know, things happened in the past, sure. But, you know, this was the way business was done under Kuchma or whatever. But I got the answer back from the presidential administration that, do you think we're kamikaze pilots to suggest something like that to President Poroshenko? The other factor which is making him increasingly similar to Yushchenko, and is part of this Soviet culture, is this arrogance and narcissism of Ukraine's elites. They still are so full of themselves that they don't want to listen to the Ukrainian public. Poroshenko tells people, and he said this in the last few months to a gathering where there were some Ukrainian Canadians present, and he said to them that I'm the best president Ukraine's ever had or will ever have. Now, somebody who says that is extremely arrogant and doesn't really understand the public mentality out there. And he's therefore not a listening president, just as Yushchenko wasn't a listening president. He has to listen to the vibes on the street, what's happening out there. He has to listen to the fact that Ukrainians are demanding in the Orange Revolution and in the Revolution of Dignity, the Euromaidan, justice and dignity, to be treated as human beings and citizens. And that, I think, will be Poroshenko's downfall. I predict that he will not finish his entire period in office. He will not do more than one term in office. And he has to be very careful. Because if he continues to do nothing in this field of corruption and bringing to justice people from the former regime, people who murdered the Heavenly Hundred, then he could bring violent conflict against himself. This is a prediction made by one of Ukraine's most foremost and influential sociologists, Ірина Bekeshkyna from Democratic Initiatives. She said in December that if there are not radical reforms and the pursuit of corruption in Ukraine, then the authorities will be overthrown. Those were her views, because of the growing radicalization and disenchantment of the population. She said also that if that happens, then it could also damage Ukraine as an independent sovereign country, because this is something that Putin would, of course, use to his advantage. So ironically, we have this very fortuitous international environment for Ukraine's breakthrough from Russia's suffocating embrace towards Europe, and then we have a president who simply is not up to the task. He's becoming more and more like Yushchenko, and he simply doesn't understand what happened on the Euromaidan and how Ukrainians have changed. Ukrainians will not just take it as they did after the Orange Revolution and just accept that Yushchenko is bad and then not do anything about it. Today, we have a different situation. Ukrainian civil society has not gone home after the Euromaidan. After the Orange Revolution, it went home. After the Euromaidan, it has not gone home. We have a lot of veterans from the war. There's a lot of guns around. And we have people who are angry, who have lost their beloved, either on the war or on the Euromaidan, and they will simply not allow Poroshenko just steal the Euromaidan from them.